It is commonly thought that somehow the person as a younger childhood is humiliated or hurt in some manner, and it's also combined perhaps with some type of comfort that involves sexual arousal, and then again through classical conditioning the person learns to become sexually aroused through humiliation or suffering. Sadism is in some ways, I guess, the opposite of that, and you often hear about a masochist and a sadist being in partnership together, and certainly that can happen. The sadist then finds it sexually arousing to hurt someone else, and you can have, again, a very dangerous situation, as I imagine you have heard of different situations or maybe seen in a TV show where someone actually died or was seriously injured in the act of sex or preliminaries to sex involving masochism and sadism. Gender dysphoria is the other area of sexual disorders, and like a lot of things, we really, to be honest, don't understand it very well. Basically, it's pretty easy to describe. People with the disorder consistently, persistently feel that they've been assigned to the wrong biological sex. If they're a male, they feel like they should have been female. If they're a female, they feel like they should have been male. We often see evidence of this from a very young age, and if you want to see the criteria, it's on table 11.6 in your textbook. It is more common, twice as common, for men to have gender dysphoria as women, and they, probably even more than the other disorders, experience anxiety or depression because they feel like there's something wrong with them. They're very dissatisfied and distressed over being the wrong gender, and then feel guilty or embarrassed by having those feelings. And so it's kind of a double anxiety producing situation. They also like to cross-dress many times, but it is not connected to sexual arousal, as in the transsexual fetish. It is just that they feel like they are the opposite sex, and so it makes sense to them to wear clothes of the opposite sex, and it really is not involved with sexual arousal. Sometimes these feelings seem to disappear in adolescence, but many times it continues from childhood all the way through adulthood. Again, we really don't know what causes gender dysphoria. Most people suspect that there are certainly some biological issues at work, and as with other disorders, we can find certain abnormalities or differences in people who have gender dysphoria from those who do not. However, we still don't fully understand what the causal link is. Sometimes people go to the extreme, perhaps by actually going ahead and having sex change or sex reassignment surgery, and that ends very, very successfully for many people, and unfortunately doesn't always solve the issue for others. But for most people who choose sexual reassignment, it is a fairly successful change for them. And there you have it. That is the end of the slideshow here and of my discussion with you. Please feel free to ask me questions in class or by email, or come by my office if you have additional questions. Remember that the entire PowerPoint show is in Desire to Learn, as well as the information in your textbook. So let me know if you have questions. Thanks for your attention. Have a great day, guys. Bye-bye.